Hi, this is Dia Damson, and today we are going to do another super easy and relaxing painting of flowers. And I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please don't forget to give us thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell for notification for future videos. But sketching those flowers were super elementary because it's pretty much a circle that I wiggled the line around, and now I made a surface of each plant or each flower wet, and then I drop the color in, and I'm kind of alternating between two colors, and I am going to do a few different things so you can see which one you prefer to do for your plants. And I would love to see what you guys did, so comment or let me know what you guys did and how it turned out. I'd love to hear from you. But this one, the red one, I added tons of water so you can see how the color is moving around. And it really depends on the size of your flower, how much water you want to put in, because if it's a smaller one, the color is going to start moving much faster. Now those two on the top and the one kind of in the center, pretty much I'm going to do the same colors, but I did two different techniques, and you can see what's going to happen. So on the big one, I did the center wet first, and I added the yellow color, and then I left it for a little bit to dry, and then I went back and made the second part of the circle wet, and I dropped the color in and kind of helped a little bit the color move around. So it was a little bit more controlled because I have two colors that I not necessarily want them to mix together because it's yellow and blue, and I did not want my yellow to look green, too much green. It's still on the edges will kind of give you a little bit of a greenish color, but if you see the one in the center flower, the yellow pretty much right now it's almost like a very light green. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's something that you guys will make a choice of how you want to do yours. And I am doing that partial flower. Again, the center has a lot more water and the outskirt has less water, so I'm gonna just leave it there kind of to create its little cloudy effect. Now on this one I put a lot of water too, but I have red, very little bit of color in the center. So even though I have a lot of water, I had very little color on my brush, so you can see how that looks versus loading my brush with tons of paint and dropping it in like the yellow on the bottom right. So for the leaves, that was super elementary shape of a leaf, and I just made it wet, and then I went back and just with color on the outskirts and made a few lines for the center. So pretty much that's it, and even I didn't do that for all the leaves. So the yellow one that is kind of top middle, this is a small flower, and I added too much water, which that little mingling between the two colors did not happen the same as, let's say, the one that I'm working on right now, the yellow and the red. So it really depends on the real estate of your object, how much water do you want to put in, because that effect on the small surface will be harder if you have the same amount of water as a bigger surface, because the paint covers the real estate much faster. So that's another thing that you want to look for, or just kind of try to figure out, do you want that or you don't. So this plant or this flower, because I had a lot more control, you can see more details on it than others. And now I had to fix this yellow guy just by adding a little bit of an outline, which really helped. So even though I did something that I not necessarily liked in the beginning, I love this little guy in the center top. And just to make that card a little bit more happy, I am going to add a really bright color for the background, but I'm trying really not to touch the flowers because they're still wet. So if I touch them like the one on the top right, the colors start merging into the background. You can always pick up or dry it with a napkin if that happens, but or just wait until your flowers dry and then add that last part. But just filling it in, adding a few little spots here and there just by pressing my brush down to create illusion of more leaves, and pretty much that's it. So I just decided to add a little bit of iridescent paint in the center and kind of make it really fun and sparkly. So now that's really going to be a cool card, and it's really hard on the camera to see the sparkly effect, but it looks really cool. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell so you get notifications for my future videos. And thanks for watching. Happy painting!